Today I want to talk about getting in your own head while doing a mediumship reading. And what I mean by that is when you get something accurate and then that accurate thing triggers other memories or triggers ideas about what you just said. And really, I think I was thinking about this, getting in your own head is just a very specific form of doubt, of doubting what you're getting. I did a whole other video on doubt. And really what it comes down to is you have to trust what you're getting. You're never going to be 100% correct. Well, that's not true. Sometimes you are 100% correct in readings. That happens. But it doesn't always happen. And it is not a perfect thing. I found it helps to verbalize, to actually say the words, I may be getting in my head, to help get past that, because I really think it's important just to keep flowing with information. Because when you fixate on something, that's when you make it harder for yourself. But if they keep coming back to that thing, so let's say you say out loud, I may be getting in my head, and someone says, no, I can't take that. But then it keeps coming back, especially if it comes back in different ways. That's usually something to at least mention or go after until the person understands it. But you just have to reconcile yourself to not looking perfect, because there's always room. You're interpreting, you're not translating, and there's always room for misinterpretation. And I know for myself, it's really worrying about what skeptics might think, or just worrying about looking bad. So I also want to just reiterate, which I've said in other videos, is that no's, when someone says I don't understand, or they just say no, that's not always no. And that's a fine line to walk, because I've seen some mediums who are like, oh, I'm right, I'm getting it, so you just have to figure it out. And that's kind of obnoxious. But also, like I did, so this year, my biggest mistake in telling another medium, no, I don't understand that, was somebody got my mother really clearly. That's not unusual. And they were mentioning a location like Green Road, Green Route. It was green something. I said, I don't understand that at all. A couple of days later, someone else got my mother. I was letting someone practice on me. And they also, that person said, I don't know if someone had the name of green. It feels like a proper noun, because I'm seeing green with a capital G, but I'm going to say green something. And I said, oh, yesterday or the day before, someone just said that, and I couldn't take it for them either, because everything else they got about my mom was correct. 2 weeks later, I was in an online class, like a Tony Stockwell, Charlie Kelly type of class for a few hours. And I was paired one-on-one with this woman. She got my mom really clearly. And she said, and green, there's a place like Greenland. It's not Greenland, but green something. I said, wow, this keeps coming up. You're the third person to mention green something, and I have no idea what that's referencing, but I'm going to have to figure it out, because you're the third person to say this. The next day, I woke up with a song in my head that is quintessentially my mom's song. Every time she heard it, she'd literally get up and start dancing, even if we were out in public, like it was her song. And as I was going through my morning routine of putting in contacts and hearing aids and things, the lyrics went through my head, and I thought, oh, is that what that's called? And sure enough, it's Green River by Creedence Clearwater Revival. So I contacted those people, the ones that I could remember from before, and say, you know what, that green reference you got, that was actually right. That was my misunderstanding. So keep that in mind. That helps me not have no's thrown me, is that sometimes the sit is wrong about no, they're just misunderstanding, but don't get obnoxious about it. The overriding thing I think to say about getting in your head and worrying about that is, or doubting it all, is to either tell you or remind you that mediumship is not about you. And that's easy to forget, because everything you see in the media, like television shows and things about mediums, it's all about the medium, right? But really, it's about you passing through a message, passing through feelings. Like Reiki, people who do Reiki, they're not the healer. They are the pipe for the healing. They're the conduit for the healing. And you are the conduit for the message, or the conduit for the feelings being conveyed, not about you. I like to make musical analogies, and there's 2 ways. I've said this to other people. There's 2 ways to sing a song. Everyone in my family sings. 2 main ways to sing a song. One is, look at me, don't I sound great singing this song? And the other is, and this is what I try to do, especially if it's for a church thing, what I'm thinking and feeling is, isn't this a beautiful piece of music? Don't we all love this piece of music? But I'm aware of doing a good job. to do the music justice. And so I think we have to be aware as mediums to try at least to do a good job, but it's definitely not about us. It's about passing through information, feelings, messages. You're just the conduit. Not a lot more to say about getting in your head. Next week, I'm going to talk about rituals, because I think we all do them. I have a couple. Mine have changed over the years that I've been doing this. For, I don't know, more than a year now, I've kind of narrowed it down to one thing. Anyway, next week I'm going to talk about rituals. Until then, put your comments or questions below, and thank you for watching.